Well, we go over to the Javelin now. It's at this near end of the stadium, the first bend. As you can see, the weather hasn't improved much, if anything. It's worsened over the last 20 minutes or so. But here is Roderick Genki Dean of Japan. He's fifth in the throwing order. Went out in qualifying in the Olympic Games. His opener, easing over 80 metres there. That one for Dean, who set a season's best in Lausanne of 83 metres. He is an 84-metre thrower at his best, although from 12 years ago, that one coming down at 80 metres 60. A solid opener from the Japanese. 32 years old now. I'll tell you what, there's not too many athletes here tonight taking part whose personal best goes back to the London 2012 season.
It was a brilliant javelin competition in Paris. Nadine and Chopra ahead of this man Peters, who himself threw well over 88 metres. That was only good enough for bronze then. He's been in 90-metre form all season. Might not get that far tonight, but that's a big improvement for him in round 3. And that will be good enough to take the lead. 84-96, excuse me, 98 for Anderson Peters of Grenada. It's all pretty close, isn't it? Just short of that 85-metre line.
Well, Peters there taking the lead with that third round throw. He is first in the throwing order. Right after him, Julian Weber taking this effort. He opened with 80 metres, did the German. Then another 80-metre throw. Marginal improvement in the second round. But this round 3 effort, he unleashes a pretty good throw of the spear. That one coming down at just beyond 83 metres. Great shame we haven't seen the Pakistani Olympic champion Nadeem since the Games. Remember, 92 metres Nadeem threw in Paris to win the Games with the 5th longest throw of all time. 5th longest thrower he becomes. That one from Weber though, 83.67. Just over a metre down on Peters' throw from a couple of minutes earlier. Peters leads with 84.98. Weber 83.67 in the early stages of round 3.
Yeah, again, tricky for javelin throwers. You know, there's not a breath of wind. 84.98, Peters leading. Weber 83.67 in second.
Yeah, here is Dean. We saw his opener, 80 metres 60, the Japanese vet. 72 metres in round 2, but this one significantly better. That's out there way beyond 80 metres. You can see for yourselves that was out beyond 82. His season's best, 83.19. He's not far shy of that. And his lifetime best, remember I said it was set in Hiroshima 12 years ago, is 84.28. He's knocking on the door of improving that now. That one from Dean, 82.69. Great third round effort and keeping himself up there in the mix.
Under 330.
So Anderson Peters then, 4th round. 84.98 coming in round 3. He opened with a couple of 83s, then that 84, and that from Peters beyond 85. He's getting better as he builds his way through this competition, is Peters. Well, the Olympic bronze medalist, the world champion a couple of years ago, retaining his title from Doha 2019. He's only 26, he's still a youngster really in heavy throws terms. But that one, 85.72.
Julian Weber, this was in round 4. Man who's so close on the global championships to getting medals, never quite managing to do so with European champion. His first gold was in 22, repeated it again in Rome. That night in Munich in 22, what a special night that was for him. And he's from that, you think of Roller, Vetter, Weber, the 3 of them together, and others. Not managing quite to get it out there beyond Peters. 85.33 though, right slap in the same sort of zone, just a little bit further, keeps him in second place.
So Dean then, fifth round, 82.69, came in round 3 for him. His fourth round effort was a pretty modest 73. He's gone 80.72, 82.73, and that one, well, it's about 79 meters, isn't it? No improvement for the Japanese.
As I said, Tim, it's not so easy. You know, everyone thinks the javelin, you've got to have good conditions as well, flight the javelin well. But, I don't think tonight is one of those nights. So 85 meters from Peters. The fact that he's in 90 meter shape, he's managing to get it out there, but others struggling to get much beyond 80 meters.
Funny, isn't it? Sometimes you see these fellas, you see their facial expressions, they think they've hit it right. These barriers are considerably lower than the men's.
We do have one more track event. It will be a 4x100 meter relay right at the end, but we have to conclude the men's javelin, which is still pretty close in the sense that Peters, as we move into the final 3 here, leads with 85.72. Julian Weber with 85.33, just under 40 centimeters behind. Dean has been the best of the rest, really, with 82.69, achieved through in the 3rd round. So it's going to be our leader, Peters, Olympic bronze medalist this time round, and a man who's been in such good form all year. Remember, after winning the Olympics and then got injured in a fracas, wasn't it, on a boat, wasn't it, with he came out on the wrong end of an incident then, which left him with some problems. It took him a good year or so to get over. Back to his best, 23.24. Final throw for Peters. That one looks as though it's sailing out there. It doesn't. It tails down in the end, which so many of the javelins have tonight. Really tried to get it there. You see there, that's exactly what he said. It just dipped at the end and comes plummeting back to earth. Looked as though he got that sailing nicely to begin with, but then just watch this. Almost coming straight down. So that's not going to improve matters for him. 85.72, the target for Weber and Dean.
Yeah, 84.06 there, the closing effort for Peters. Has that very narrow lead, goodness me, 38 centimeters. Now Weber. Well, I've got written in my notes here, he's Mr. Unlucky, Julian Weber. 6th in Paris, a month or so back, 4th in Tokyo 3 years ago, 4th in Budapest last year, and wait for it, 4th in Eugene back in 2022. He's still throwing really well. He won in Berlin on Sunday with 88.64. A little bit of that sort of distance would go down very well here indeed. 85.72 is the lead from Peters. Weber, final throw. No, not to be. It's about 82. Couldn't find it. Nice series from him though. Both he and Peters, every effort well beyond 80 meters. But his best remains 85.33 from the 4th round. And 82.67, his close. So Peters, the best of them in this final round. 84.06 remembers from the Grenadian. By the way, Julius YEGO tonight really out of sorts. Couple of no throws, his opening efforts, and then 69-meter 3rd round effort didn't make the cut, obviously. YEGO, world champion. And here indeed. So, can he bring a surprise here, the Japanese? He's in 3rd place, 82.69. He needs to find just over 3 meters. Has he hit that one well enough? No, 81 or thereabouts. But he takes some big names down. Adare of Moldova, finishing in 4th place. ETELÄTALO of Finland, Olympic 8th place. He finishes in 5th. But it does confirm the winner is Anderson Peters of Grenada. The twice world champion, bronze medalist in Paris, put together the best series, it has to be said. 2 of his efforts over 85 meters, 2 of them